Wherever there's an episodic series, you can bet two men will talk to you. AJ Talon and Owen Finch give their thoughts on Owen and AJ Talks.
Hello, boys and girls, kisses and sisses of all ages. People, get ready to send your death threats because we are here today for a very special occasion. We're here to give our first and final respects to a dear long friend of ours, somebody who's been in my life since throughout middle school, high school, college, every job I've ever had in my life, through the passings of parents, pets, and I don't know, people I don't like. We are Siss season 1 was a constant in my life.
Actually, AJ too. Also around all of my 20s, believe it or not.
Yes, all of your 20s. Also all of my 20s. You know, because I'm still in my 20s. Yes. So Siss was a dear friend. Well, I wouldn't say a friend, more like a abdominal pain or a kidney stone that's kind of just stuck in you, and it gives you mild irritable pain occasionally, and you just kind of have to live with it. That is how I would describe Siss. And here we are for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We are here to give Siss its respects by giving it a 2-part send-off. We are reviewing episode 11 and episode 12, wrapping up season 1 of Siss. And the fact that I have to specify season 1 shows that there is no God, and we are all going to hell.
It sucks. We have to come back and do season 2 of this shit. You know.
I know.
I don't. Usually,
it sucks. We got pretty close to the end, and then I made the foolish mistake of Googling it, and I was, to my horror, realized that there was more of it, and I was like, "Fuck."
Do you remember I always thought there was 10 episodes? I didn't realize there was like 12 until we got to the.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so I had to shatter your world by revealing there were 12 episodes. And then my world got shattered by, no, it was actually like 20-something.
So this is, remember that rule we had too, where like, we would do season 1 of a show, and if we didn't like it, we just wouldn't cover it anymore? I feel like Siss is breaking that fucking rule. And, because...
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Siss truly is an anomaly in our lives. Because, yeah, Owen, Siss, somehow this fucking madman demon... wrote this shit for 17 years of his life. And then we have been doing it for over 10 years now. Well, you know, doing it is a strong word because we fucking took like an 8-year break.
I want to point this out. We point this out when we did episode 2, but I still want to point this out. We've had 2 presidencies, an end of a war, then a beginning of a new war, potentially. We've had a pandemic. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else we've had like doing this. We've had the White House got like raided doing this. This time. We've watched the Netflix Death Note movie came out. We waited a while to do that and did this. So that's a thing. Avatar has come back in live action form since then. We've had Danny come back. On cartoons and comic book form, SpongeBob's had a bunch of spin-offs, we've had a ton of streaming services get started, like, since then, I've gone through tons of phones and laptops, since then, I've gone through tons of glasses, and, you and I both, started and ended college in between that time.
I was, again, to really sell this home, I was in middle school, I think I had, like, just graduated middle school when we started this. I am now 25.
That just shows you how...
The job I've ever had in my life was after Siss. It's like you got BC and AD. You got like before Siss and after Siss in my life. Like that is how monumental it is. Fucking Christ.
You know how they make some YouTubers will make those videos of these actors, of each of a show like then and now. That's gonna be us. That's like Owen and AJ.
Yeah. Before Siss and after Siss, like dear God.
I also want to mention this because we do have to pay our respect. Unfortunately, because I haven't watched a lot of anime. If we sat down and made a top 4 list, top 5 list, I can't even make a top 5 list because I haven't seen 5 animes. But if we made a top 4 list, of my favorite animes of all time. Unfortunately, Kiss Siss has to go on the list because I haven't seen a lot of anime, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fix that, please. But yeah, Kiss Siss, a 2-part special. Well, it's not really a 2-part special because we're just fucking wanting to get this shit done, and we're doing 2 episodes together.
Hey, I'm starting my 30s. We're ending a big milestone in our lives, so that's something.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, you just turned 30 yesterday, so yep, we are. This is our first video together after you're entering your 30s.
My first video in my 30s is gonna be a fucking Kiss This video. What does the world come to?
Oh, and it's all uphill from here. You know, there you go. You guys start off at the bottom. You know, it's like, don't get your expectations up. It's like, all right, set that bar as low as possible.
Yeah, at least it's. I guess the videos can only get better from here. You know.
Yeah. I also, by the way, I told Owen off camera I was going to pull out my suit and put that on. Then I opened my closet 10 minutes before we started. And I realized, oh, yeah, my suit's at my dad's place. So, you know, again, only for this. You know, it's like, all right. Expectations down there. But yeah.
I love you put a suit on for like this funeral. And I'm that guy that shows up just in whatever he's wearing. I'm in my PJs.
Yeah, and you're fucking like, and you're like, oh yeah, he owed me like $5.
That's what Kiss This owes me like.
Wasn't that a joke in like 2.5 Men at like Charlie's funeral? A guy was like, hey, Charlie like owed me money, so.
Yeah, it was. So.
Yeah. That's us with Kiss This.
Yeah.
So yeah, Owen, Kiss This episode 11, Nitpicking a Good Day. You get to guess when it aired.
I know Kiss This started in 2010. Well, the anime anyways came out in 2010. I don't know where the fuck we are, and I can't go based off anything because we haven't done the last Kiss This in a while, and you know, this episode doesn't have a theme or anything like that. I guess it's the end of school, and maybe I could use that as a theme. You know, someone just went and took their tests. So you know what? I'm gonna spitball. You know, people take their finals in like May, so I'm gonna say May 27th, 2010.
Oh, and you are way too close for comfort. It is June 14th, 2010.
Damn.
Owen, like you're that close on a Kiss This video. It's like, Owen, are you secretly a Kiss This fan? If I open up your closet, am I gonna find like a Kiss This shrine?
All the books and all the characters and everything.
Yeah, posters, everything ever released for Kiss This.
Yep.
And then the Kiss This is fucking wiki is barren and literally has typo errors. Like I was looking at the synopsis, and instead of saying like Go and Kita, like you're setting up a party, it says setting up a Perry. Like, oof, wow, the person for this did not try.
Like you said off camera, they got told a wiki had to be made for this, and they're like, does the wiki really have to be made? And they're like, yes, we need to make a wiki. And the person, you know, just typed it out there, and that's why the Kiss This wikis are so barren, because they're just trying to get him out there to get him out there.
And then, the director, because I had to go to IMDb for this. The directors for this episodes are Yukihiko Nakao and Munenuro Nawa. Nawa, thank you for this. Nawa, go fuck yourself, Nawa.
I feel like if it wasn't Kiss This, you would have tried harder on those names.
I can't even claim being drunk for that racism right there. I haven't even started yet. And the writers for this were Bo Daitama, Tatsumi Hasegawa, and Sumio Utake. Those were words, probably. Those were names.
There was a struggle to get these names out there too, and everything like that.
Yeah. I struggled just now, but that probably wasn't even 1/10 of the struggle these guys had coming into work and working on Kiss This. Because remember, Owen, this is animation. This takes months of work. You know, this fed people's families.
It did. You know, some people's kids had to ask their parents, "What do they do for a living?" And they had to tell them, "I made this episode of Kiss This."
I feel like people who are like porn stars or like hitmen have an easier time explaining what they do for a living.
What do you think is harder to explain? Writing this or animating this? I would probably say animating.
I feel like again, that takes months of work, and again, you gotta. Oh, and in episode 12, Akko goes right for the nipple for a good old lick. Like somebody probably spent a week working on that right there.
That's unfortunate.
Like, hey, honey, what did you do at the office today? What you animate? It's like I licked a girl licking her brother's nipple. It's like so that those divorce papers are coming in any day now.
I like to think you said they take months to edit this. I wonder if it took extra long because I wonder if like the animation team or like the writing team like took some sick days doing this time.
Fucking everybody animating this was on fucking suicide watch. And then and you get to guess, and we're not waiting until later because I'm gonna forget. Because fuck it. Kiss Siss episode 12. You get to guess when that aired.
Oh, I assume you just told me June 14th, 2010 for, the one we just talking about now.
Yeah.
Now, I'm probably going to get this wrong, but I'm not, I have a feeling, because I made the same mistake with Avatar and didn't stick with it, I'm probably going to get this wrong. I assume they probably took a week off, probably many weeks off, though, knowing them, but, so let's see, June 14th, so plus 7 of that would be, let's see, June 14th, so that would be June 21st. I'm going to say June 28th, 2010.
And it is June 21st, 2010.
Oh, they didn't take a week off, so.
Yeah, you're right. They're like, all right, we're not doing anything special for this. Get the fuck out of here.
It'd be funny if they just released this all in one, like the same day, just to get it out there.
It'd be funnier if they never released this at all. They're just like, all right, guys, we animated 12 episodes of Kiss Siss. All right, cool, burn it. Fucking lost media, this shit.
I mean, it pretty much is, like you said, we can only find it on Facebook. We can't even find it on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, no, you can't. I remember, I think you asked me that one time. You were like, oh yeah, so like what, by the way, is like Kiss Siss on Crunchyroll? I was like, no. Streaming service would fucking air this.
To be fair, Crunchyroll's been, as I sent you, Crunchyroll's kind of in some hot shit right now.
Yeah, Crunchyroll's kind of, is interesting. Their business practices are less than ideal. But yeah, episode 12 is called 1-2 Threesome. So there you go. It was directed by Minoru Nawa and Toshikatsu Tokoro. And it was written by Bo Daitama and Katsumi Hasegawa. I like how in episode 11 there was 3 writers, and then one of them like left. He's like I like to imagine he was like fucking tied up. He's like forced to write episode 11, and then before 12 he broke free and escaped.
That's a more interesting plot than what we got on screen. So
yeah, right. But yeah, we've wasted enough time with our youth.
I do gotta ask, did the creators work on these and like the showrunners like work on these episodes? Because that's a big critique we've had of Yellow Jackets. Do you think they worked on these episodes? I don't even want to look it up right now, but maybe just making.
I'm not looking that up. Owen, I don't think anyone worked on this. I think like Skynet from Terminator realized that instead of like building robots to kill everybody, it would be much more efficient to just create Kiss Siss, and humanity would just wipe itself out from there.
I guess he realized too that he could only get 2 seasons out of this type of thing. So
yeah, and then humanity thankfully stopped Skynet from releasing a 3rd Kiss Siss.
I kind of hope that, like you said, what happened with Batwoman, that season 2 ends on a cliffhanger because they thought they were gonna get like renewed.
Oh yeah, season 3, yeah, it ended on the cliffhanger. It's like, oh, it's cute. It's cute that you thought you were gonna get more. That's adorable.
So let's see if that happens with Kiss Siss. It ends on a cliffhanger because season 1 did not end on a cliffhanger. Spoiler alert. So,
yeah. But yeah, we begin this episode with and this is a plot episode because it's wrapping up the plot of Kita taking his test and getting into high school. Yeah, remember that was like a thing throughout the whole show. Yeah, sort of. They would kind of just talk about it. He'd be like, hey, I gotta like take my test, and then he would just like not study. And then he would study, and then he wouldn't, and then hijinks ensued. It's like, oh my god, yay! But anyway, yeah, if you remember, episode 9, it looked like he was gonna go take his test, and then he like didn't. In episode 10, he did take his test. I guess it's like, oh, okay, That's nice.
He's recovered well, by the way, from like being near death sick. Remember, like he was like had the flu or whatever. He recovered like instantly, type of thing. So.
Yeah, he had like super COVID. He had like terminal cancer. He's like, fine guys.
Remember, like I think you said like in episode like, so we're at 11. It would have been episode 9. Like they gave him like a good love charm, and nothing came of that. It was just to do shit type of thing.
Yeah, that was just to fill up an episode. But yeah, this episode starts off with him having a dream. He's imagining everybody congratulating him, passing his test, and then I do like this one bit where his like dad and like his not mom are like standing there, like, oh, we knew you could do it, son. And it's great because he's like imagining his parents giving a shit about him. But like later on, it's acknowledged that like they don't give a flying fuck about him. It's like, oh yeah, you passed your test. All right, that's cool. Who are you again?
I love the fact, by the way, that in his dream, his dad was like, "You are worthy of being my son." Like his son, he thought his son was
I know he was like waiting his whole life for that. Like, you are worthy to be somewhat related to me.
Don't forget too. I didn't even realize. I thought it was the opposite. I thought the mom was like his mom, and the dad was his stepdad. But it's actually the opposite. So
yeah,
I love it that even in his dream. Kita's dad is still wearing the sunglasses. We have never seen his eyes.
In his dream, his dad still doesn't have a name.
Doesn't call him by his name. So,
yeah, like, fucking all right. You know, Owen, I've had enough of Kiss Siss. I want Kiss Kita's dad. You know, I want that show.
I still want it. You know, still no name.
Yeah.
You know, I would love it if he didn't have a name. You know.
Yeah. And it has like nothing to do with Kiss Siss. He's just like out there, like fucking traveling through space, fighting dragons, saving princesses, and then like occasionally you'll see Kita in the background.
I mean, we don't know what he does for a job. He could be doing all of that, and we just don't know it. So
yeah. Again, Kiss Dad, 2027. There you go. It's coming next year.
But yeah, this dream happens. You know, Kita is obviously horrified. You know, he thought he passed his test, and his sisters are being really like sexual and everything like that as normal.
Yeah, he wakes up and they're just like full on grabbing his schmeat. You know, like they're like death gripping it. You know.
Yep.
And it's like.
I forget the 2-parter because that's how part 2 kind of ends. You know, sort of. So you know, this is tied into part 2.
Oh, and the parallels are so amazing. In episode 11, they were grabbing his hog. In episode 12, they were grabbing his hog. It's like, oh my god. Oh, and this is just like the storm in Avatar.
Yeah.
You know how Aang and Zuko stories were like, you know, Kiss Siss and Avatar. They're one and the same.
You know, remember in Yellow Jackets in the past when every one of Ben's stories like had a connection each episode until he died. That's got nothing on this. You know, so
Ben wishes he was Kiss Siss. Actually, I guess he wishes he was Kiss Bro. Because he was gay.
Yeah.
No, he wishes he was Kiss Dad.
I think him and Kita's dad would make a good team up out there. So
that's the plot of Kiss Dad is he divorces his wife and gets with Ben.
Yep. But yeah, so he wakes up and is obviously horrified.
It was like 50% dreaming. You ever notice that? Like every fucking episode is like half of it is a character having a weird ass dream. Like, that is every episode.
I think so. We would probably, you know, if we ever feel like it, we should go through each episode and see how many times, you know, do a dream counter. How many times people have some type of wet dream or some type of dream, all that type of stuff. So.
Are you asking me to rewatch Kiss Siss? I think I'd rather jump off the Empire State Building.
Hey, you know, 10 years from now, maybe we'll feel differently. You know, don't forget the Fly. Yeah. We didn't like the Fly episode very much of Breaking Bad, and we changed our minds on that. So
you're right, Owen. When I'm 35, I might come back to Kiss Siss and realize it was actually an amazing show, which is what I think right now. After all, you know, it's great. I love it anyway.
But yeah,
yeah. So
yeah, he wakes up. You know, he's obviously worried about how he did on his test. He's really not sure how to feel about it, and then like some time passes. I don't think anything else happened like that, you know, before this.
I don't think because you know we often give props to like the voice actors for doing like amazing jobs. You know, like really like selling that performance, like really making you feel like that character is like real and like you know the emotion. Kita's voice actor, it sounds like he was on his lunch break, and the director's like, "Hey, you need to like make a scream." He's like, "Oh, it's like, all right, there you go."
But yeah, then the next day, we see that Kita's sisters are doing something off in the kitchen, and he tries to go in there to kind of see what's going on, and they throw a towel in his face, and they're like, "No, like you can't come in here. Like it's a surprise. You're not supposed to like see this." And obviously, Kita's like confused by this, like wondering like what the hell's going on in there. It's a big mystery. That's the whole episode. Like what is going on in this room? We tune in, next time, and then Kita's obviously nervous about like going to take his test, and he's dressed up all nice for it and everything like that. And then all of a sudden, like, I would say a big theme for this episode is like a scene ended and then like it went to a new scene, but you kind of like didn't realize it was like a new scene until like later. Like it was.
Yeah, the cuts in this episode are weird. Like there's not a lot of flow. Things kind of that's all of Kiss Siss. Shit kind of just like happens. There's not really any flow. There's not any like cause and effect. Shit kind of just like happens.
Yeah. So then they want to make sure Kita gets like is going to the test. They're really hopeful that he passed and everything like that. Like Kita's really hopeful for it, and
you can definitely tell this is like 2010 because you got to like go in person to find out if you pass your test. Now it's just like an email,
Yeah. Even back then, it probably could have been an email. But by the way,
yeah, I was gonna say like you had to like go walk all the way to the school to find out if you passed or not. Like that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
Like on your day off, presumably. It's like fuck that.
But Aiko and Rico, obviously giving Kita some motivation, being like, I'm sure you did great on your test. You studied really hard. You did really good hard work, and Kita's like, I'm really hopeful for this. Like I said, the cut was really weird. It seemed like Kita was supposed to like go himself, but then like, and this was gonna be like it for the sisters for a while. They like would have had their own plot, but no, they actually go with them. So I'm like, what was the point of doing that scene outside the house if they were just gonna like go with them type of thing? It was weird, yeah. Like, and then I want to get to the big moment of the show. I want to be the one that mainly talks about that. I think the moment, so I'm gonna let you kind of talk for a little bit because I want to talk about the big moment that I've been waiting to talk about.
Yeah. So we get a bunch of just like random scenes. I guess they're not going right to the school. They're just fucking around town, doing random bullshit because they like go to like a shrine to like ring a bell and pray that he did good on his test. And then the bell like falls to the ground, which is like bad luck. They pass by a bunch of like crows and black cats, which is again obviously just like bad luck.
Yeah.
They passed by a bunch of like TV commercials like downtown, and I'm guessing this is like okay. Again, I'm assuming it's more of like a language thing, but like I'm guessing like the joke is that like it's like wordplay, like they're saying shit that like would make you assume it's like talking about like failing a test.
Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah, because like I think at one point it's like a ski commercial, and they're talking about like falling down and like or like sliding and like. Whatever, like, which I think is like, I don't know. I'm putting more thought into it than the writers.
Yeah, I don't understand why we needed any of these scenes. I guess they had to fill this.
Yeah, well, be like, oh, he's not gonna pass his test. Oh my god. And I'm like, okay, first of all, buddy, you had literally a year. Like Owen, as I was talking about off camera, a fucking year passes over the course of this show. Fucking, and then like I'm like, bro, like you had all the time in the world to study. If like you fuck up now, like you deserve to fucking be homeless.
Yeah.
And then also like, sorry, I was gonna say that like, how like something we praise and other shows is like, oh man, it really feels like a really lived in world. Like Amity Park feels like a real town. You can kind of get a feel for where everything is and who lives there. Like Avatar, you get a feel for like the villages and like the travel path they're going down. I think we said like we didn't even know this took place in fucking Tokyo until like halfway through the show.
Yes.
And there's no like fucking like this is there. Like they just fucking teleport all over the place.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, as it's been determined, it seems like the sisters have some type of teleportation like power or something because that will be one place. Don't forget they like went to like the school. and like looked for him and like stand in a room, and then like all of a sudden they weren't there like one day. Like the teleportation powers in the show was just really weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of this was just a whole lot of nothing. You know, bad luck. You know, and again, like you said, don't really have much of a feel for the town. You don't really know what places are. And yeah, all of this is just, you know, they're also trying to give him good luck. So they're trying to find a 4-leaf clover. Like one of the sisters is like wearing a really lucky scarf that like Kita used to wear when he was a kid. You know, it would have been nice if they mentioned that, you know, like a few episodes ago. No, just putting it up like now.
Yeah.
I think hopefully this has been like Yellow Jack. This is remember that's a big critique we have of Yellow Jackets. Maybe Yellow Jacket has been taking some notes from Kiss Siss.
Maybe you're right. Yeah, I would love to have the fucking Yellow Jackets writers were sitting in the room, like watching Kiss Siss, taking notes.
Yep. But we have the thing I've been wanting to talk about. So, yeah, so he has to go, you know, find out the results of his test. And, you know, obviously it's on a board, like we said, and you get like a number, and if your number's there, that means you're gonna go into high school and everything like that. Not high school. The particular, like that particular high school that they're looking to get into and everything like that.
Yeah, because it's like sister's high school. As the way I understand it, like Japan kind of does like college applications for high school. Like there's like multiple high schools that you have to like apply for. Because like over here, we kind of just like you kind of just go to whatever high school. Like you don't really need to like apply.
But yeah, everyone's kind of looking, you know, everyone's getting really happy, and then the 3 random background guys we always talk about are like, you know, hyping up Kita, being like, "Oh, I'm sure you passed your test." The little girl that I keep thinking is 12, but apparently isn't 12. You know, it's like, "Oh,
Kita's in middle school, so he's probably, you know, she's probably if she's like 12, she's probably pretty close to it."
Well, I think I say keep thinking it's 12 because that's the best way I can like describe it. Like the little girl I thought.
Probably 13 or 14, and she looks like 7.
Yeah. And so maybe she was 12 at one point in the show. If you said she's like 13 or 14, maybe she was 12.
Yeah, because like a year passed. Yeah, so she probably was like 12.
And this is awesome. So I'll tell you.
Yeah, next step makes that great.
But you know, I remember I was hyping it up. AJ and I talked about this off camera a lot and stuff. I accidentally looked ahead and Kiss Siss because, you know, obviously the show isn't very easy to find, so I watched the one episode 1 week. 1 week out of like many years of, you know, when we just decided to do it. But you know, I thought I saw a spoiler that apparently he did pass his test. But then, like, you know, obviously I realized it was this episode, and then I'm like, okay, so that must have been a dream then. Maybe he actually didn't pass the test, so that's actually going to be a thing. So he has his number. His number's like 114, and obviously he's reading down, like, the list and everything like that. And it goes down, obviously it's in order, so it's 113, and then it's 115, and then like, the world stops around us and everything like that. And Kita's, like, looking up, and is like, he just can't understand it, and I'm like, and I was thinking to myself, no way, he didn't fucking pass his test. I'm like, no fucking way, he didn't.
I feel like that'd be so great, you know, just like it's just the ultimate middle finger from the show. It's like that's like the one plot line besides him fucking his sisters is that like he wants to pass his test and then he studies for like a year and he still fucks it up. It'd been like that's perfect. But like the true end, parents disown him and he's fucking homeless under a bridge or something.
Yeah, but yeah, he's looking at the, you know, there's no 114 and he's obviously perplexed. And like I'm saying, the world stops around them. The way they animated this. But I think we did forget something. Don't forget, they did like a lot of like stock images of them like going here too. We forgot to mention that. You know, we're like.
Yeah. Kiss Siss has the budget of like $5, so like a lot of times they don't like actually animate anything. They kind of just like slap a bunch of pictures together for like 5 minutes in a row, and It's like, oh wow. And there's like no voice acting, and like the music sucks, so you're kind of just watching like a PowerPoint slideshow for a while.
Yep. But yeah. So all the sisters and Kita have like a white background around them while the world goes on, and they're just shocked and depressed the Kita didn't pass his test. Like, they can't believe it and everything like that. And, you know, they stay this way, too. Like, you think it's just going to be, like, a little moment throughout the show. No, they stay this way for, like, a while. Like, that's how much shock that they're in. That Kita didn't pass his test. And I'm like...
That is Kiss Sis as a whole, Owen, where it's like they do something and you think it's going to be a quick little joke, but then they kind of just, like, drag it out until you're fucking 90.
But, yeah, I couldn't believe it either. I think we were meant to be sad here, but I was laughing my ass off. The fact that this dude, like, didn't... I'm like, oh my gosh, no. I actually was like, no, I can't believe it. He actually didn't pass his test. He actually didn't pass his test. Like, I was like, this is great. Like, I remember we kept joking about this, and I can't believe, like, Kiss just, like, actually, like, made it, like, a thing. But yeah, everyone's perplexed, shocked that he didn't, you know, he didn't pass his test, you know, and then, you know, the three random background characters are like, oh, I guess you didn't pass your test. They're all happy because now they get to go to school without Kita and, like, fuck his sisters, I guess, because they're talking about all these things that they can, like, do with his sisters now and everything like that. And they're like rubbing it in Kita's face, being like, yeah, you can't do anything about it, Kita, because you don't go to the same... It's like, bro, they live in the same fucking house together. Like, why is fucking going...
Right. Well, that's why I'm also like, this plot is stupid, because I'm like, okay, you guys already live together and see each other all the time. So I'm like, I mean, you don't really need to go to the same school.
Yeah. And, like, but they're, like, trying to help him out. They give him, like, applications to, like, other schools and everything like that, but Kita's still, like, perplexed. The teacher comes over. Does this teacher have a name? I actually don't remember if the teacher has a name.
I don't give a fuck, Owen. I really don't.
I should mention, by the way, in the intro, maybe I'm misremembering it, but I'm pretty sure we actually got, like, a legitimate, like, intro. Like, it actually showed, like, scenes from the show and, like, all the characters and everything like that. And, like, I'm pretty sure we've been having this, but, like, if we're just getting this now, like, 2 episodes left of season 1, like, wow, a little bit late on that. Really, well, whatever.
Oh, and I thought of a perfect name for the teacher. Mrs. Diddy.
Mrs. Giddy?
No, Diddy. You know, like Diddy, like pedophile.
Oh, I was thinking Giddy, like, you know, what Quagmire says. So.
Well, yeah, that works too. All right, that's her name now and forever, Mrs. Giddy Diddy.
Yeah. So, I like how you said Mrs. too. Like, I'm pretty sure she's not married in the show, AJ.
She's married to being a sex offender.
Okay. Yeah, the teacher comes over, you know, and, like, obviously is wondering what's going on. I was kind of thinking maybe the plot is, because I'm pretty sure that this teacher was the one that, like, administered the test. I'm pretty sure they were doing, like, a little side thing, which is like, okay, I could, like, fail this kid or anything like that, but I don't think nothing came of that. The teacher wasn't a part of this or anything like that. She was just a modest.
I would love it if it's like she actually just, like, fucked him over. Yeah. Like, she fucking threw his, she's fucking set his test on fire or something.
Yeah. But yeah, the teacher's like, what's going on? And Aiko and Riko are like, fuck off, you know, we're really upset right now, like, Kita didn't pass his tests, and she falls to the ground, and, like, her bra and stuff came off. I don't know how that happens, you know, I see people fall to the ground all the time, and this doesn't happen, but I guess in Kiss Sis, apparently if you fall to the ground, your clothes, like, disintegrate.
Yeah. There's a big example of that in episode 12, where I'm like, how did this even happen?
Yeah, you'll get to that. And then, you know, the teacher has another sexual fantasy. I love in the sexual fantasy, like the person she's fantasizing about will like totally, like, put her clothes back on. Like, dude, this is happening in your head. Are you saying this to, like, yourself or whatever? Like, what is going on? But, she's, like, thinking about, you know, she's having a sexual fantasy. It's really not that important because as we're going to talk about in episode 12, this teacher really didn't end up being that important in the fucking show. So I don't, you know, and then, you know, a bunch of commotion happens, and then they kind of leave. They take the walk home of shame because, you know, they're really upset that Kita didn't pass his test, so they have to go be upset about it. So it's a big character moment, you know. They let this breathe a little bit, you know. We have to, like, feel the, you know, feel upset.
It's like, oh, I think you're like a story with, like, a plot and characters. That's adorable.
Yeah. Remember, like, how upset Zuko was when he thought, like, he was going to be able to capture the Avatar and he was, like, looking off into the distance? That wishes that this had something on this on Kiss Sis. Like...
Yeah, Zuko was like, my honor, my throne, my country, my Kiss Sis. I'm about to lose it all.
And Kiss Sis is just like my test. I didn't pass my test. I can't go. We can't go to the same school even though.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's like the salty spittoon in SpongeBob. Like Zuko's like the bodyguard. It's like, how sad is your backstory? And Kitty's like, I didn't pass my test. He's like, oh, right in. Excuse me.
And then Ben goes in. He's like, I've been living on the, I've been living on in the woods with a bunch of girls that are wanting to kill me. And Zuko's just like, no, you can't.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, you're looking for that place over there. It's like Weenie Hut Jr.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been talking for a while. Anything you want to say
Well,
about?
actually, Ben's gay. He would like Weenie Hut.
He would. But yeah, anything else you want to say about these scenes right here? About Kida not passing his test, or do you want to just move on to the next thing?
No. Anyway, moving on. So Piss Girl. I don't remember her name. That's just who she is. She's the girl who pissed on Kida twice. So she's 2 for 2 on that.
I think actually, I think once. I think one of the times she just saw him, like he just saw her piss type of thing. So.
I mean, she's probably a little bit of backlash. Bit of a backsplash.
That's the thumbnail, by the way.
When you're in the first 3 rows.
That's the thumbnail of one of the videos, by the way.
I know it is. That's an interesting one. That we made a life choice on that one. Yeah. So I remember my mom told me that she would watch her videos sometimes, and I was like, I'm pretty sure she was dead after that one. So I was like, all right, cool. You know what? Probably for the best. That one.
Bobby for that one, yeah.
All right, thanks, Mom. You know what? If you were gonna die, I guess before that one is optimal. Yeah. So anyway, sorry, I got dark on that one.
Unfortunately, she missed out when we did the thumbnail for Kida's hopes and dreams being crushed by his dad when he found out he couldn't marry his sisters anymore.
And that was peak Kiss Sis. That was peak cinema right there.
Remember, we always talk about the best stretches.
That a little bit.
Remember, family, we've been talking about best stretches of a show. That's probably that's not even a stretch for Kiss Sis. That's the best minute or whatever. The best.
Yeah. It's like 30 seconds of bliss.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Piss Girl is she also was at the school to check her score. She got in, and then she's out walking her dog, or we don't know it's her dog because we just see a dog walking around with a leash, and it gets in front of Kida's house. It's one of the fucking chances. And then the male guy drops off something, and a little bit later you see the dog going back to the school. I guess I don't know. There's only 3 locations in this
Apparently, yeah.
And apparently it's you gotta walk pretty far to go from the house to the school. So what are the odds that this dog that doesn't know who Kida is walked to his house, stole his shit, then walked to the school? It's all right. It's
reaching.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, Owen. Up until now, this plot has been airtight. No plot holes, no issues.
Yeah, nothing.
Now the writers are stretching a little bit. But yeah, and then Piss Girl comes in to find her dog digging up something that he took. It's a package for good old Kida. For good old.
The dog could be a girl, by the way, too. AJ, you don't know. They didn't really specify.
I'm sorry for assuming it's gender. Owen, season 3, Kiss Dog. I'm looking forward to it. 2055.
Oh, is that the next thing? Now we're not gonna do we're gonna do bestiality sex now on the next thing.
Oh, and why the fuck not? Do you think these people have standards? Oh, and we've watched 12 episodes of this shit, and now I'm wondering where the line is drawn.
That's true.
Oh, and next episode, he fucking looks at a child's vagina. That is where we're at. That is a sentence I just said on the internet for everyone to see forever.
Yeah, that's gonna be a thing in Kiss Sis. So
yeah. So anyway, that was it for her plot.
Yeah, it was. Not much really happens there, I don't know why this dog wandered off, like you said, to Kita's house of all places to take Kita's thing. That was random.
Yeah, no, it was a plot dog.
Yeah. I know the dog's name, Plot. First name Plot, last name Device.
I like how the dog gets a name, but not Kita's dad.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this dog's in it for what, like literally a few seconds.
Like 30. Yeah. Also, by the way, I just wanted to point it out. Because like Kita's like 3 buddies. The blonde guy was in like that episode where they went to that like water park.
Yeah.
But his 2 other bros are just like there, like why are you a character? You don't. Like, I don't. Do they have names? Do they do anything? I think they just like get pissed at Kita because his sisters want to fuck him, but then they get mad at him for not wanting to fuck them. I think that's all they do.
I think so. You're right. Not much. So
Yeah.
that's a thing. They got a funny send off if that's the end of the characters. What to talk about?
Yeah, I was gonna say they don't show up in episode 12. I don't think.
No.
Or well, if they like in the background.
Yeah. And then I guess after this.
Don't know.
Yeah. Then after this, Keto and stuff go home. And unfortunately, they what the sisters was doing earlier was they were setting up like a little party for him. They had like cake, food, and like a throne dedicated to like Kita. But unfortunately, this is very somber because Kita didn't actually pass his test. And this is a big moment for the show. Like Kita looks pretty upset. He's really being very distant and everything like that, and not really talking much. And the sisters are like, "We're sorry we dishonored you," and they bow their heads like they're getting ready for Kita to hit them or something. And
I like she like raising his fist up, and Owen, because like I said, they drag everything out. This is like a minute of like the sisters like bowing down to him and him like raising his fist up and like shaking. This is like a minute.
Yeah,
like a solid minute. No talking, no music, just like all right, just fucking smack him already, please. Get full on with this shit. I want the next 5 minutes to be a fucking like domestic abuse documentary.
And like they were showing like images of like his sisters like in lingerie and everything like that. But Kita just puts his hands on their head and he's just like, it's okay. He spent like months studying for this test. It makes sense to be upset if he didn't pass it or whatever. But he gets over it pretty fucking quickly. He's just like, I can just take the test again next year. And, for 3 years, we can go to the same high school. Which, I don't think that's how it works. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, you can't, like, try again. I'm pretty sure, like,
I want to say, like, it's like, for this specific high school. So, like, when you just, like, apply, because he didn't, like, fail his grade. He just, like, didn't get into that high school. So he just has to, like, apply to a different high school. Right?
Yeah. But, like, I guess they want him to go to his... They want him to go to his high school, but like, what the fuck's he gonna do in the meantime? Is he just gonna go to a different high school? Is he not gonna go to school for a year? Like, what the fuck's his plan?
So I was gonna say, like, did he not apply for any other schools? Like, I know this was like the one you really wanted, but like, did you not like apply for anywhere else?
I guess so. I guess he just really thought he was gonna get into this school. So, and Kita's just like, you know what? I'll study real hard again, and I'll try to take it next year. And I was thinking to myself, I would just love it if every year he tried to apply and he never passed the test.
Like he's like 50. He's like, all right, sisters, this is the year. I bet. And they're like, just stop.
I don't know if you know that SpongeBob, but it's the episode with Squidward has to go to boarding school, and like there's this test that they take, and SpongeBob says like, I've never gotten a single answer. Like it's the same test every week, and SpongeBob said he's never gotten a single answer right on the test, type of thing.
Yeah, I remember that. That's funny.
So it'd be funny if Kita every year like takes the same fucking test and never passes the test like every year and studies real hard. So yeah, they I'm just like, wow, you got over this real fucking quick. Like this was a big moment. This was a big thing of the show, and all of a sudden like, not happy to pass your test, but you just get over it like really fucking quickly. You're just celebrating for next year. It's like, wow, not saying this was much of a character thing, but they it was an opportunity to like say like, hey, you tried to make a character thing, but then like you just had Kita get over it real quick and just be happy and just moved on. It's like, wow,
And then we get like again like a couple minutes of still images. There's like not really any music. There's no talking. There's not really any sound effects. Of just the characters eating food, singing, doing like the little pop streamers or whatever they're called, just partying hard, having a good old time.
What do you think would have happened if he passed? If they found it? Yeah, what do you think would have happened? This is early for next year. What do you think they did once they found out he passed his fucking test? Like,
I guess of cocaine, they ordered strippers, fucking a big old Hollywood party, you know.
Well, no strippers, because his sisters wouldn't have liked that. So,
Yeah, you're right. You know what? They were the strippers. You know what? There you go.
yeah,
No, the dad was the stripper. Because I'm like, it's like it's like when somebody pops out of the cake. They got a big cake, and the fucking dad comes out of it.
yeah, I love it.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember, they did that joke in Redbird.
Oh yeah, they did. But yeah,
Where flashback and like Griffin Simmons are like, "Wow, this cake is huge." It's like, wait, where's Donut?
yeah. If the dad comes out of the cake, does he have his sunglasses on?
Always. They're like, Owen. We've always been wondering what his eyes look like. Maybe those are his eyes. You know?
Oh yeah, remember you thought the character in Pokemon like just hadn't.
Yeah, bro. It's like his eyes were like lines, and I thought like they were his eyes. Oh no, or like I thought his eyes were always shut, but like those were just like his eyes.
Yeah, so maybe that's his eyes. So.
But yeah, he is taking it pretty well for the fact that he spent a year studying for this test and he still fucked it up.
Would you take it? Would you take it this well, AJ? I think you take it this well. Spend a year.
Owen, I feel like I would kiss my sis. That's how I would celebrate. Give a little kiss ex sis. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. So yeah, he's taking a break from he's upset that he didn't pass his test, but he's like, you know what, guys, maybe the real tests that we passed were the kiss sisses that we made along the way.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. That's quote him on that. This is a eulogy. Remember, that's what it's gonna say on the tombstone. Kiss Sis season 1. 2010 to 2026. The real test that we passed with the Kiss Sis along the way. Yep. So anyway, speaking of tests, he gets a knock on the door, and it's John Cena. He fucking comes in and fucking tackles him on the ground.
I can't believe you made that joke.
Huh?
I can't believe you're the one that made that joke and not me.
I know, right? Fucking hell really must have froze over. But yeah, Piss Girl is at the door. She's getting ready to piss on him again. It's like, all right, Kita, it's time for your hourly pissing. And she's like, no. My dog, for some plot reason, came to your house, stole your shit, and then went to the school and buried it. I don't know why. Yeah, and then she gave it to him, and it's revealed that the school had a couple of spare openings. So there you go. He still failed it, by the way. He just like got in like the spare. So I'm like, this isn't really a victory. This is kind of just like,
wow, yeah.
It's like a pity pass, Like the school, he failed, but the school was like, I guess we'll just, we have a couple spare openings. I guess we'll let you in.
I love the fact that like he still that's right. He still did fail his test, but he was like on a waiting list or whatever. And like, what the fuck, like, why was he on a waiting?
Yeah, I'm like, for a year and like that's all you can manage. Well, because like everybody else passed it. Everybody we saw, we saw like one guy, like everybody was like lift him in the air, like yeah. I'm like, what about that guy? He did. You think he fucking studied for a year straight?
Yeah. Isn't that
he probably fucking all nighter like that night?
Isn't that like a fucking joke they make the next episode where like they're like, oh, I barely even like studied, and then they looked at Kita.
Yeah, and he's like, I know, right? And I'm like, it's like, bro, like, what is wrong with you? No wonder he fucking. Remember that episode where he like dumped all of his money into like the shrine to like pray to God to pass?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, fucking. He must have been doing that every day, and he only just barely fucking passed it.
I like to think Kita's test was different than everyone else's. That's why he didn't pass. Like his test was like hard, and everyone else was like wicked easy.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is like a test to get into high school. I'm like, this isn't like what do they teach it? Because they're making a big deal about going here. I'm like, what does this fucking school teach? Do they teach fucking like brain surgery on the first day?
I guess Kita's the only one that like can't pass that too. So
yeah. All right, my cat is hiding in the bookshelf. Every morning I've woken up and like all my books are just like thrown all over the place. Now I know why that's happening.
Your cat's hiding from this Kiss Sis video. That's what's going on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, this is the first time this cat's been here for this. It's like, what the fuck am I listening to? Please, I want to go back to the streets. I want to go back to prison. Because I told you, I got this cat from like the prison.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't understand this test though. Like, I guess this guy still didn't pass his test, but he just barely like got it on an opening or whatever. So yeah,
Yeah, so I'm like, it's not really much of a victory there, pal. But he's taking it in stride. He's like, what, fuck it. I know I'm stupid. I'll take what I can get. I'll take the pity.
Yeah.
And he hugs Piss Girl, and then she hugs him back, and it's like, aw, so cute that you think you're a show with characters. Remember, these guys have like talked to each other like once, and that one time was like when she pissed on him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's like the whole character relationship.
We have got like nothing on these characters, like you said. Like they didn't build like a relationship because the next two episodes, for some reason, they decided to build a relationship angle between them. Like, oh wow, that's.
Yeah, the whole next episode is about them, like half of it, and I'm like, she has like not been in the show for like half of it,
Yeah, it's like she took the teacher's place, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for like that is so weird. The teacher was like the main focus for like 3 episodes in a row, and then she just like fucked off after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he hugs her, and then she runs off because the sisters are behind him, and Akko and Rico from Hannah Montana are like, "Hey man, what's up, bro? I'm stuck in the washing machine, bro. Can you give me a hand and or penis?" And he's like, "Nah, I passed. I'm going in high school. I'm not going to be homeless for now. Let's be honest. I probably maxed out at like McDonald's janitor here."
He's the Dash of this show. Remember, he's the Dash Baxter of this show. Where like he's gonna.
These are the best years of my life. Like I'm peaking here, buddy. Yeah. So they hug him and they're crying and they're like, "Oh, thank God we get to go to school together." I mean, like we already live together and see each other all the time, but now we get to see each other at school too, which is like, okay, that's nice.
I get it. Fucking. And I was thinking too, like, wow, this is the penultimate finale. Like, they're putting all the shit in like the penultimate finale. You would have thought they would have saved this for like the season finale.
I was gonna say, it really does feel like the last episode because, like, again, this show does not have a plot. But if it did have a plot, it'd be the plot of Kita fucking his sisters. But if it had a second plot, it'd be Kita's dad being awesome. But if it had a third, far less significant plot, it'd be Kita trying to pass his test. And this is like the one to kind of resolve that.
So I'm like, oh, what are they going to do next episode, Yeah, this episode's an F. Really boring.
Yeah. We're not even going to be funny and, like, do, like, an F super minus triple digit. Then it's, like, not just an F. It's just not good. Just boring.
Yeah. And, for the penultimate finale, we begin a lot of weird episodes. I kind of wanted, like, them to really go nuts in those last 2 episodes, and they didn't for this episode. So it's a shame. And again...
Well, speaking because they end up grabbing that a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, we get the next episode. You might have to.
I'm sorry. I like how in his dream he was like imagining his dad being at the celebration, like, "Good job, son. I'm so proud." And then like he wasn't there, and like this next episode starts off with him being like, "Oh, cool, you passed. Oh, that's great, son."
Yeah.
Like he just didn't give a fuck. He didn't even know.
But yeah, so the next episode, thanks for reminding me, because I actually forgot how it started until you just said it, so good thing. Again, I want to point this out, I watched these today, and I fucking not remembering any shit that happened. I watched these fucking today, so, but yeah, we see that Kita's having a dream, again, that's add that to the counter of 2, even though there's probably more, but we're not going back, so, Kita's having a dream because he passed his test, that the world's just partying, they're really happy for him that he's passed his test. I mean, he's not really mentioning to the fucking world that he actually didn't pass his test. He just got, like, a mercy, come on in, a mercy, hi.
Yeah. Like, I like to imagine it's like the reverse. Like, it's like the person with the lowest score is like, we'll let you in, just to, like, make fun of you.
Yeah.
Like, he got, like, a negative score. He got, like, a negative 50.
Yeah. But he sees that everyone's having a party, like you said, his parents finally feel like he can be his parents. Kita, his sisters like see him as like a god. The girl that like looks like she's 7 is like really happy in the stream. The teacher's in the stream for some reason, and then he's obviously having a dilemma about Piss Girl because obviously a big dilemma is his sisters aren't happy that. Because that was like the cliffhanger, like, yeah, they could go to the same school now at the end of the episode, but like now that like the sister saw him like hug like Pisco, they're like, ooh, now there's like some tension there now. Like it's not gonna be so easy. Like now that they can go to the same school, because like Kita's probably gonna like actually go and like date other people, which is like normal. But like normal in the show doesn't exist, you know.
My God, somebody not dating their sisters.
Stone them. You know.
Yeah.
Kill
them all, not just the women, but the men, and sometimes the children too.
So I haven't seen that yet. You know, I gotta wait for the prequels.
They're like animals. I'll slaughter them. Yeah, you haven't seen that.
Is that in the prequels too?
Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, so
like I'm just fucking Siss brings out the worst in me.
Yeah. And then we get the code open and like everything like that. And then it comes back and we see that Kita's at like his graduation like speech. Remember how cool that was in like Death Note? You know, not the graduation speech, but like the college speech with like Light and L, like you know.
Yeah, that was great.
Here it was just like it was just a typical graduation. Kita wasn't the valedictorian or nothing. He was just there, you know. Just another guy.
Well, he was like the reverse valedictorian again. He like literally like the worst student there.
Probably, yeah. And then he looks at the crowd and like he accomplished something, you know. Even though I mean, I guess he graduated middle school. That's not nothing, but it's it's just like
yeah. Again, dude, when you study for like a year and then you get like the pity position, it's like all right. And as far as we know, this is not like an amazing high school or anything. He just wants to go here because his sisters are here. Like everybody else passed it like without studying, and he studied for a year and he only just barely got in.
Yeah. So then yeah, so then it cuts to the next scene, and like we see these random background guys are like laughing, you know, and again, like you said, they literally made this joke like, "Oh, I barely even studied for this test," and they're like, "Oh, Kita, like I bet you studied all night and still barely passed the test," and like I don't know what the fuck Kita's doing. He's like staring off into like fucking space or whatever. Like he's not even looking at them or anything like that, and he just kind of looks over, and he doesn't deny it. And like that, the guys are even calling him like they was like, "Come on, like at least like the guys that like us in this video were like at least fucking like deny it or whatever." And then the Pisco comes over, and you know, it's kind of awkward between them because obviously she's not really sure how to like feel about like Kita or anything like that. Because like when Kita like hugged her, like she didn't like beat the shit out of him this time. Like she actually was like, wow, like I actually might like this guy, even though he's watched me pissed and like smell my underwear a couple times. But like I guess
oh, I forgot about that one. You're right.
Well, he did something with the underwear. I don't remember what it was, but you know. So she's like conflicted about like what maybe I have feelings for this guy all of a sudden for some reason. And then the sisters come over. And apparently this is like you said a big thing in Japan. You know, obviously in America, when you graduate high school, we have like the tassels on our caps and everything like that, and we put it over to the other side to kind of show that we graduated. In Japan, it's about these buttons, and you like take them off to like show that you've graduated and everything.
Yeah, and by the way, I'm just pulling that out of my ass here through like context. Like I'm assuming that's the case. You know, it might just be Siss being a fucking deranged ass mirror universe.
I like to think that's probably most likely what it is than anything else.
Yeah, it's like even the Japanese people watching this are like, what the fuck are they doing with the buttons?
But the sisters are asking for the buttons. This was never mentioned before. Like apparently, like Kita like promised that he would give him like the second button, and yeah, I guess this happened off camera. This wasn't like a plot or anything like that. This just happened off camera. So
yeah, and he's like, oh, like all my other, like a bunch of other girls like took him from me before I could like really, you know, do anything about it. I'm like, whoa, hold on, is he like popular? And it's like, yeah, it is. All his other friends are like pissed off, like, oh man, Kita's so popular. I'm like, since fucking when? Well, didn't everybody hate his guts because like they were jealous that he was like fucking his sisters?
I guess not anymore.
I guess the girls like this whole time were like in love with him. I'm like, when was that? When was that happening?
Yeah, And like these guys are also giving him shit, being like, "Wait, why the hell are you like looking at this girl? Like, what? Look at that piss girl. Like, you want to date her? Like, what are your sisters gonna say about this?" AJ, I bet this totally happens with you. Like, where like your random friends who like don't know any context are like, "AJ, why are you dating another woman? You got a sister right fucking there." So it's like,
who is gay, married, and has kids.
yeah. So,
And is also my sister.
yeah.
You know, like I got. I've been watching this fucking show too much. I forgot to fucking add that into the fucking list of things why that would not be a fucking good idea.
Yeah, the show's getting to you, AJ. So
I know it's like a cancer. It's like a disease.
And you know, the sisters are upset.
Well, yeah, but when you forgot to mention the sisters teleport in. You know, again, they have teleportation powers.
Everyone
'Cause,
had
like, they're
teleport.
And they're like, "Oh, your sisters are going to be upset," and they're like, "Upset about what?" And they're like, "Oh, fuck," you know.
Yeah. It's like you know, when all of a sudden the first girl got possessed in like Evil Dead, and she turned around and like had like weird, you know, she looked all weird and everything. Like, that's the sisters right now.
I was thinking Empire Strikes Back, where like Lando opens the door and Darth Vader's just like sitting there. You know, we would be honored if you would join us, Kida, in high school.
Yep.
They're not invited to the table, Owen, before you say anything.
I wasn't gonna say anything either, too. So I think the other one that was asking that more than me. So, I've been talking a while. I guess. I guess you should talk.
I've been the one talking a lot, but okay, sure.
Well, I guess I'll talk here. I guess. So, yeah, everyone's upset, you know. And then the girl that looks like Seven, you know, comes up and like also wants the button, and she wants to, you know, she wants to get some of the keto action. And everyone kind of starts to like grab at keto and everything like that, and it's really uncomfortable. And the background characters like, what the fuck is going on? Like, and they're trying to like throw themselves at everybody, and like eventually like the sisters like back kick like these guys, and they like go completely away, like disappear like into the stars.
Yeah, it's like Pokemon with Team Rocket. Like Team Rocket's blasting off again, except that's like funny, and this isn't.
And but what makes this funny is like this is the last I see of these guys, and if they don't come back for season 2,
Well, yeah, I was gonna say I would love it if like the second half, because remember the first half and the second half of the Kiss Siss episode have nothing to do with each other. They might as well be completely different episodes. So I would have loved it if the second half is like the police show up at Rico's house and like they arrest her for like homicide, and it's like a big court case and she's like executed. You know, that'd be pretty great.
Yeah, and then the second half of the episode, none of that happened. So
yeah,
it's like if
it'd be better if they went back in time and prevented all this from happening in the first place.
Yeah, it's like that Family Guy cutaway. I'm pretty sure Family Guy did, where there was a cutaway where like a bunch of shit happened and it was like really intense stuff, and then like they cut to the next scene. Like, wait, what just happened? Like, I don't fucking know anymore. Like that's Kiss Siss.
I was thinking Deadpool 2. So if you don't know Ryan,
oh, he froze. It's completely fucking frozen. Completely frozen.
off the Green Lantern script.
You're gonna have to say that again because you froze completely doing that. Oh, it's frozen. Frozen! This is what Kiss Siss does. It breaks our videos. We can't do anything about it, so I'm gonna leave and come back. Frozen. We're finishing this up too, you know. Yeah, this sucks. Oh, let's see if he can call me back. I'm about to leave this all in, by the way, because I figured why not. We do have storms.
Damn, yeah, that was a fucking bad one. Because I was like sitting there for a couple seconds being like, boy, he's still frozen, huh?
Yep. But yeah, I wanted to mention the Green Lantern. I'm still recording. I'm just gonna leave this all in, by the way, because it's Kiss Sis.
Okay. But yeah, I was about to say, like, it wouldn't be a Kiss This video if we didn't have a fucking computer trying to kill itself from listening to this.
Yeah. It is rated. It is rated here, guys. By the way, so that could be why that happened. But that's how you know it's a Kiss This video. It starts raining. You know, the world's you know how in movies and stuff it's really depressing. Yeah, but anyway, want to mention the Deadpool thing again?
Oh yeah. So Ryan Reynolds was Deadpool, and Ryan Reynolds was also in like the really bad Green Lantern movie. And in Deadpool 2, he gets like a time machine, and he like goes back and shoots Ryan Reynolds in the face when he picks up like the Green Lantern script.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so I don't even remember I don't even remember why we talked about that. I don't even remember the context.
Whatever. But yeah, so it continues. So everyone decides to have a little competition.
Things are getting intense.
Things are getting what?
I say things are getting intense, Owen. This shit's getting heating up in Kiss Sis. I gotta fucking, take off my dress shirt. It's getting intense.
Give me that second button, by the way. Not the first one. I want the second one. So.
Sure. This thing, I'm actually outgrowing this anyway, so I'm gonna rip it off.
But yeah, everyone gets to has a little competition, and I assume this is like a game in Japan, but like they kind of like do a little bit of a randomizer. They have it like on a piece of paper, and like everyone kind of picks like a thing they do, and then like it goes. They put it over, and like whoever it lands on like has to do that thing like with Kita. An example would be like. The person that looks like is like 7 like wanted to flip a skirt up at like Kita, so like she gets to do that, and then like she does, and like she wasn't wearing her panties, so like she got the full view, and they did a callback because she doesn't have any pussy hairs or anything like that, so that's
yeah. I noticed when they did that, and I was like,
what?
You see, hey, Owen, remember in Dragon Ball when they did that joke, where Goku like he doesn't know the difference between a boy and a girl. So, he, like, took off Bulma's underwear. And, like, that was, like, pretty funny. That was a funny joke.
Yeah, you said it still makes you laugh to this day.
Yeah, no, legit. I first saw that episode when I was, like, 12. And I cracked up. I thought it was hilarious. We watched it again a year ago. And I still thought it was hilarious. Still got a chuckle out of me. And then this is, like, the opposite of that. This is, like, same idea. Throw it to the other side of the planet in terms of execution.
Yep. And they had Dragon Ball to work off of, too. They could have taken that and say, like, oh, wow, Dragon Ball made that work, and they just didn't. So.
Yeah. Well, I think it also helps that Bulma's, like, 18? And then, this girl looks like she's fucking, like, 5.
I like how you said 7 earlier, you went down to 5. Like, what the fuck?
She gets younger and younger. Every time she gets sexualized, she gets younger. Which, if we were in Hollywood, that'd be great.
We kind of are, this is being made, so.
Yeah.
And then another thing is, like, it landed on, like, Aiko or Kita. No, Aiko or Riko, and they had to, like, kiss Kita. That was another callback, and then, like, they were too nervous because there was a crowd watching, so it just, like, didn't happen. I guess if it lands on you, you don't actually have to do this thing. It's, like, more of a choice type of thing. It's not like a...
Yeah. Also, by the way, Owen, like, this was, like, after, like, the graduation ceremony, and they're just, like, at the school, like at, like, the gym closet. I would love if the teacher is just, like, get the fuck out of here! Go home! Like, what the fuck you doing? It's summer break! None of you go here anymore!
Yep, not the case, though. And then they do this randomizer thing again, and then, like, it lands on, and, like, they already told us, it was a big hype to this, that, like, we're gonna have to, like, spend... like 5 minutes in like the gym teacher's like shed that they have at the school, and obviously like they didn't really like want to do that, and Kita doesn't want to do any of this, by the way. Like he says, like, I guess my opinion doesn't matter. And they're like, yep, your opinion doesn't fucking matter. And they just continue doing this anyways, so it's great. And they're just like, why don't we make it 1 minute in here? Like, not a lot can happen in a minute, but then, like, the girl that looks like she's, like, 7 or 5, or probably... Pretty sure she's gonna look like she's, like, fucking 1 in AJ's mind.
I was gonna say, she's like a fetus. She's, like, in her mother's stomach. She's, like, 5 months along.
Maybe none of this is real, then. Maybe it's all just, like, in the girl's fetus or whatever. She's just imagining this.
Fucking, listen, what happens in the womb stays in the womb.
Yeah. And, yeah, so, you know, she says, nope, like, you said 5 minutes, you gotta hold to that. And they were just like, they sadly agree. So, Piss Girl and Kita go into this, shed. I'll let you take it from here, because now I have been talking for a while. But anything you want to say about the scenes? I thought they were all pretty terrible and just unrealistic.
Owen, I think my favorite scene was, again, Kita confirming he was in the Epstein files and getting a full frontal of a small underage child's private parts. That was peak Kiss Siss right there.
Mm-hmm.
That was Owen. That was the peak of my YouTube career with you. That was the peak of my life. You know, for my eulogy, I want that on my tombstone, Owen, because I'm assuming you're gonna outlive me.
Wow.
You're gonna, yeah. You know, I don't have high expectations for myself. You're gonna be like, I remember when we talked about that Kiss This video, and you got to do it in front of our whole friends and family.
If they're still there, maybe they'll be gone by then.
Yeah, I'll make sure of it. I'll be like, no, you fuckers ain't outliving me. I'm taking you all with me.
But I have to go out last because someone has to be there.
Yeah,
to
no,
do the eulogy.
you're the sole survivor, Owen. It's like the fucking school shooter joke, like the fucking I always liked you, don't come to school tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, I guess what would be school in this case? Like, don't come to the fucking Aunt Brenda's Christmas party this year.
Yeah, just stay home.
Yeah. Oh, and I already told you I might be flying up this year. I text you like, hey, I'm flying up. You're fucking like sweating bullets. Like, oh yeah, I don't think we can meet up this time, man. That's so sad.
Too bad, too sad.
Yeah, I know, so sad. So sad the entire Finch family died of ligma.
Yep.
But anyway, yeah, Ida and Piss Girl are sitting in the gym closet, and they're kind of thinking about the last time they were in the gym closet. It's like, man, if he had a nickel for every time he was in the gym closet with Piss Girl, he'd have 1,000,000 quarters. But yeah, anyway, they're kind of like, hey, listen, you know, I'm going to a different school, you know, so like you can kind of just forget about me and whatever. We'll probably never talk again. But like, hey, you know, I'll always appreciate you telling me I didn't fail. Which is, by the way, like, I mean, like, they mailed it to him, but like, I feel like they would check with him, right? You know?
I
like,
hope so.
I feel like, you know, like if he didn't show up, they would like call and be like, hey, why didn't your son show up to like the first day of school? It's like, oh, he got in? Okay, cool.
And then, like, he'd be like, oh, I guess I did pass my... Like, it would be that big of a fucking deal. Like, it'd be like, oh, it's just like... It's like a 2-second, like... There's probably other shit they like. They have to send him something to go, like, orientation or something, too. Like, see that... They, like, go to open house or
yeah,
whatever.
like orientation, like school tours, like pick your classes. I mean, like, there's no way he would have gone his entire life without knowing he passed it, right? Like,
well,
I feel like that's...
Maybe if this dog kid's coming back for, like, stuff, maybe, I guess.
Yeah. Every time they try to tell him, the fucking like a teacher comes to the house, the dog fucking like slits the teacher's throat.
Or like they call him and the dog like bites the cord off like the phone or whatever type of thing.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. This dog just has it out for him.
Well, no,
but
specifically, the dog doesn't want him going to this school with his sisters. Like the dog has his own plot going on type of thing.
The dog is the only sane person in this universe. He's like, guys, incest is like bad. You know, like he shouldn't be fucking his sisters. And everyone else was like, what? Dog, you're crazy, man. Come on.
That's why the dog kid's getting like lost. It's like I don't think the dog's getting lost. I think they'll put the dog out there and be like, yeah, no, you gotta get out of here. Like, yeah, go.
Oh, and you're right. You know what? The dog is now my second favorite character in Kiss behind Kita's dad. Kiss dog, looking forward to that in 2062.
That could be Kita's dad's dog, by the way.
Yeah, you're right. I would love it. Again, he divorces his wife, gets with Ben from Yellow Jackets, and then they adopt the dog.
Did we make a joke? We made a joke last time that Kita's dad got with somebody else. I don't remember who it was.
Oh, and you act like I remember anything from our previous videos. Owen, as soon as we are done with Kiss This, I will fucking purge the shit from my brain. You know, so you ever watch Kids Next Door as a kid?
I think so.
Okay, well, like, you know, they're like special agents as kids, and every time like anyone turns like into a 13-year-old, they like erase their memories of being a Kids Next Door, and they erase everybody's memories by like putting a plunger to their face.
Oh, you sure this isn't Men in Black?
Huh?
You sure this isn't Men?
Well, it's like a joke. Men in Black, like Men in Black has like the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
The kids next door, like the plunger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess I could have just made a Men in Black reference. Tried to.
Try to mix it up, I guess.
Yeah, I'm sad now. Owen, how can you do this to me? On the day of Kiss Siss season 1, dying in my arms,
Sometimes
Kiss Siss season 1 was like a brother to me.
Sometimes I'm not gonna get that second button now.
Yeah, no. I tried to rip it off. The shirt's too good.
Can I at least get the third button or the fourth one? Can I at least get one of those?
I'll get you the 67th button.
Wow, you must be really.
Owen, to date this video, 6'7" is like a meme. I don't know why. I'm too old now.
I'm too old for that shit too. So.
Yeah, I just heard it around. I don't get it. But yeah. Anyway, where the fuck were we at? Oh yeah. Piss Girl. Piss Girl for some reason isn't pissing on Kita's head. He's probably sitting there curious, like, I've only met this girl like twice, and every time she's pissed near me. So like, it's a little weird. She's not pissing on me. It's odd.
And it seems like every time she sees Kita, she has to take a piss.
You're right. That is like a plot point. Like every time she's like seen him, she like holds her crotch, like she has to piss. Like she has PTSD being around him.
Apparently.
Yeah, or PPSD.
Yeah.
Post piss traumatic shit. Anyway, so yeah, she's like thinking in her head like, oh, he doesn't know we're going to the same school. All right, I guess I won't say anything. But yeah, and then she like goes to get up, and then like she like trips on like a banana peel or something. I don't fucking know. And then he like goes to catch her, and then through the fucking cosmos of the Kiss Siss universe, for some fucking reason, her fucking shirt has just like gone up over her. Her fucking titties are angling around, and then his like fucking 1 centimeter destroyer is like getting up into her vagina, and then I'm being generous by calling it the 1 centimeter destroyer, and then the sisters open up the door like, "What are you doing, step bro?" And then they catch him finagling her fanoodle. And then they even joke around like, "What the fuck were you trying to do in 5 minutes?" And then the fetus that was only concepted 2 weeks ago is like, "Oh shit, I didn't know Kita was like a quick shot." I'm okay with that though.
Yeah, that's I'm
like, thank you, child, for your wonderful contribution.
That could be a last line of the show if he doesn't come back for season 2.
I think it was. Of season 1 at least. I think that was the last thing she said.
If she doesn't come back for season 2, that could be the last line she ever says.
She dies in between seasons, like she gets fucking hit by a car or something.
Yeah, in between seasons.
It's like that Family Guy joke where everybody's going in reverse. Like it's like Stewie's like reverse born.
Yeah.
So anyway, enough talking about shows that are better than Kiss Siss. Back to this shit show. Like we said, Owen, the first half of Kiss Siss episode and the second half might as well have nothing to do with each other. Because it's, that night, I guess, or, it might be 10 years in the future, who fucking knows. And, Keith's dad's on screen. Keith's dad's on screen.
Yeah.
Wearing sunglasses, he's wearing a purple shirt. He's fucking awesome. And, again, he's, like, not giving a shit that he has a son. He's like, oh, yeah, hey, Kita, you, like, passed that, like, puzzle that you, like, were working on or whatever. That's neat. Good for
he
you,
didn't
son.
even know what he was. He didn't even know like what he was prepared. Kita was prepared for all show too.
It's funny because again, this whole show has been over the course of like a year. He's been studying the whole year, and his dad like just doesn't know anything.
He's had too many.
He's like, what was my son's name again? I don't know. And what's even better, he doesn't have a name. He's called Kita's dad, but he doesn't even know his son's name.
It's like, what's your name again? It's like, and then Kita's dad. Kita has to be like, well, what's your name? It's like, I'm Kita's dad. So it's like, well, what's my name? It's like, it's drawn a blank. I don't know.
Kyle.
Kita's dad's just like, I got more interested shit. I got my own spinoff going right now, type of thing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, too much kiss dad sometimes, son. It's where shit gets real wild. Yeah, and then his dad's like, oh, good for you, son. I guess you're worthy to fucking, be shot out of my balls. And then, Kita's like, oh, wow, you guys didn't even, like, come to the ceremony. And I'm like, that's great. I was thinking that, and I was like, I'm glad they acknowledged it in the show. That, like, the parents have better shit to do than whatever Kita's fucking doing.
I just love it. Yeah, they didn't even go to a ceremony. They didn't help him study at all for his tests. Like, I'm like, yeah, this is great. This is...
Yeah. Oh, it's even better because, his dad's, like, thinking, like, his son just, like, he worked so hard for a year to get his pity position. And then he has to, like, one-up his son and be like, oh, by the way, when I was your age, I was fucking bitches left and right, Like,
I love it.
You probably... dude, I'm like Genghis Khan. You probably got, like, 100 billion siblings out there.
I love the fact...
I like he's saying this in front of his wife, and his wife just, like, doesn't give a shit.
I also love, too, that, because Kita's dad, we would expect him not to go to the graduation. I love that his mom... I guess it's not his mom, but, like, I like that the mom didn't even go to his fucking graduation. That's fucking great. I love it.
Yeah, I know, right? It's, like, zero fucks given.
Just like us.
They never ever said what happened to, like, Kita's mom or, like, the sister's dad. So, like, zero world building in this show.
No, nothing.
Yeah.
I mean,
it says something that you didn't even know Kita's dad was, like, his biological dad until, like, halfway through the show.
Yeah, I didn't even know. That's a shame.
But, yeah, hearing their stepdad talking about how much pussy he got when he was Kita's age makes the sisters realize, like, oh, fuck, Kita's going to be in high school and he'll be getting bitches. Okay. Yeah, fucking.
Yeah. He wishes he had the massive balls and just the massive charisma that his dad had. He wishes.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know. Fucking, him and Gyatso are ball buddies, like fucking bonding over the mass. It's like that South Park episode, when they all get like testicular cancer and their balls are massive.
Yeah. Do you ever notice?
Like, did you ever watch that one?
I did not. But do you ever notice?
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about.
But do you ever notice also, because you mentioned we always see Gyatso when he's sitting down. For the most part, other than a couple of times, like in a flat, we only see Kita's dad when he's sitting down. For the most part,
I know, right? Well, again, he can't move. His balls are too big. He's like, I can't do it.
I think it took a lot out of him at the end of the season. He's sleeping on the couch. I think he.
I know. He's like, I'm talking to myself out for my 1 minute, every other episode cameos from my spinoff. Like, I gotta rest.
Hey, his last line though, he at least went out with a bait in season 1 because he then asked Kita like what his plan is for his life. It made Kita think, which is good. So
yeah,
that's good.
And then Kita showing what an absolute insignificant bug he is compared to his dad. Takes a sip of like his dad's drink by accident, and like it's like this of like beer, and then he's like, he's fucking out of it. I'm not a heavyweight drinker by any means, but I'm like, bro, come on, man.
He barely, like I said, it was the glass was like half gone by the time he took a sip of it. Like it's like,
yeah, and he didn't even finish the glass. He fucking took like a sip of it.
I think he spit it out for the most part too. So
yeah, and he spit it out too. And then, I sent Owen the picture of it for the thumbnail. The dad and the mom really sum up these 2 episodes. The mom is just like disinterest, like could not give a flying fuck what's happening, and the dad is like disgusted. He is like, this came from me. Can't believe it.
And that's gonna be the thumbnail, yeah. So the thumbnail that you're seeing, that you saw before you clicked on this video, that's what we think of Kiss is.
All 500,000 of you, because and we know all of you from episode 1 that were threatening to kill us. We know that you've stuck with us every episode along the way.
Yep.
You know what? You guys threatening to kill us right now over these last 12 years. You were the real Kisses along the way.
That you were.
Oh, you know what? We're the Kiss. You're the Siss.
Sure, why not?
Who's the X, though? Is what I'm wondering. Kita's dad.
Yeah. I was going to say the YouTube comments, but you know what? Why not?
Yeah. Either or. Excuse me. So, yeah. I guess I'll talk a little bit more, and then I'll let you speak, or not. Who gives a fuck? Oh, and you're just sitting there.
Well, I guess I'll talk because I don't even know what to talk about the last few moments, but I at least know what to talk about like here. So like so Kita comes into his room. He's kind of because his dad said like, "What's your plan for the future?" So like Kita's kind of like thinking about it and like, "What is my next plan?" And then he's like, "Oh."
He never thought he'd get this far.
Huh?
He never thought he'd get this far.
And he almost did.
He's like, I don't know, man. I kind of figured I'd die before entering high school.
Yeah. I think I died before I graduated middle school. So, yeah, he's like, oh, I guess I've just had a long couple of days. I'm really tired all of a sudden. And then he collapses onto his bed. And I guess the drink was drugged or whatever. Because his sisters come in lingerie and everything like that. Totally happening, you know, under, like, there's all this shit's happening, like, with his parents in the house. And they're just completely clueless to this and everything like that. But okay.
I think they know. They're just like, we don't want to be in Kiss Siss longer than we gotta be. It's just what they're gonna do.
Yeah. And, yeah, they come in, they take off his shirt, and because during the meal, they were, like, saying, like, they're not going to feud anymore over Kita. So that's a character step, I guess. You know, they're not going to feud about it anymore. Except, no, it's not, because, you know, Kita's Wayne starts to get a boner. And,
yeah, it went from 1 centimeter to 1.5.
Yep, and they're trying to grab at it, and they're, like, fighting over it and everything like that. And during all of this, Kita's
parallels.
Yeah, Kita's having a dream, and in this dream, you know, it's about everyone trying to take the button from him, and you know, he couldn't get the button to his sisters, so he was really upset about it and everything like that. And he revealed that he tried to save it for both. And we found out a big twist. I didn't see this coming because I didn't.
Darth Vader being Luke's dad has got nothing on this.
Yep. Lottie being alive in the present, nothing on this.
The director being Carolina's dad. Kita's dad being fucking awesome. Well, I mean, that wasn't really a twist, but you know.
Well, that's kind of a twist. We didn't really expect that. So, what else? Leia being Luke's twin sister. I almost said twin brother.
Twin brother. Well, Owen, you know, that has more in common than Kiss Siss than you would think at first glance.
Yep. But yeah, Kita, we found out he still has the second button. The sisters come to this realization, like, oh my gosh, apparently Kita couldn't pick which one to give the button to. So, like, they're, like, thinking if Kita hasn't made his choice yet, like, we need to, like, step back and, like, let him actually make the decision when he's ready to make the decision. It's like, oh my gosh, they just had a big character revelation. Like, oh my gosh. Like...
Yeah, it's great. I'm really glad they decided to not rape their brother while he was sleeping.
Yeah, you know, it's a big...
Well, I mean, a little bit of damage done, because, Owen, you kind of glossed over it, is, you know, like, immediately, I'm talking, like, fucking right away, Rico or Rico from Hannah Montana just went right for the nipple. Just straight on sucking on that shit like it owed rent money.
I think that's the longest you've gone without making that joke. You haven't made that joke yet this video. Rico from Hannah Montana. That's the longest you've gone with that.
Yeah, you know, saving the best for last. I'm more consistent with that joke than fucking the show's anything else. Yeah, and again, I would love it if, like, you know, just like he didn't in his sleep accidentally knock his shirt button out of his pocket or something. I don't fucking know. Like, they would have just, like, raped him. Like, he would have just woke up and they're, like, raping him.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, that's great.
Yeah. You know, remember, like, the revelation and how cool it was that, like, Luke didn't go into the dark side, or, like, that Ben never gave into his demons. You know, this is good progress for them. You know, there's got nothing on that.
They didn't go to the dark side. They said, I'm not going to rape my underage brother while he's sleeping. You know, it's character development right there.
Yeah. I think this is, you know...
It's kind of crazy that, like, you know, the director, like, tortured and killed so many people. Darth Vader, like, blew up a fucking planet. You know, like, the Yellow Jackets, like, killed a lot of people. And then just, like, I think they're all way more redeemable than, like, these two.
Yeah, that's somehow a thing. So, I mean, like you said, as we're going to talk about when we do Return of the Jedi, Darth Vader definitely gets redeemed at the end. So,
yeah.
But yeah, then we get, you know, at the end, everyone just kind of goes to sleep, and I guess I'll let you take the rest of the episode, because I don't know what the fuck I saw.
Oh, thank you, Owen. Appreciate it. No, thank you. So, yeah, you know, time passes, I guess. I don't know. Fuck it. Yeah, because it's spring or whatever. And then, you know, Kita's putting his new uniform on. Oh, and also there's, like, a montage of, like, everything that's happened throughout the show. And I love that, like, one of the first things that we see is, Kita as a child crying and Kita's dad fucking smug as fuck in the background. When I saw that, I was like, yes, they brought it back.
I didn't think they would reference it, but I love the fact that that was brought back.
Yeah, and then we get flashes of a bunch of other shit that happened in the show, but who fucking gives a shit? We did not go on a journey. I mean, we kind of went on a journey with the show, but not the journey that the show thinks it is. But yeah, anyway, and then this episode's so fucking lazy, man. Like, we get the whole montage, and then we're like, this ending is a bunch of just like still images again.
Yeah,
it's like, God, half of the show is fucking a PowerPoint. But anyway, yeah, Kita's got his new uniform on, and then his sisters are like, "Oh wow, there you go. You're a high school student." And that was your character arc, I guess. Besides fucking us, which that didn't get resolved. And then he's like, "Yeah, I guess the real high school was the kiss sis we made along the way, guys." And I'm like, "All right, cool. Let's hold hands or whatever." And he's like, "Okay." And then they hold hands, and they walk down the street in the middle of the fucking road. And I found that legit pissed me off because people who do that are the fucking scum of the earth. Like I just imagine a guy behind them honking his fucking horn, like, get in the fucking road, you fucking degenerates. Stop fucking your sisters in the middle of the goddamn highway.
Yeah. That's the end of season 1 of Kiss Siss.
Oh yeah, and we get, like I said, we get a PowerPoint montage of him in high school. And the teacher's there, and the piss girl's there, and the fucking fetus is there. His douchebag friends are there, and they're all going to high school, I guess. There you go. That's the end of the show.
Yeah, they definitely... And they played, like, this really, like, religious, like, peaceful music. Like, doing all this, and I'm just like, I do not care. I
wouldn't call it peaceful. I would call it pissful.
Yeah. It's that Family Guy joke, where Tom Tucker's son tried to tell him there was a monkey in his closet, and Tom Tucker was just like, I don't care, son. I just do not care. And that's how I feel. I don't care. I just do not care. Like, this episode...
It's like, show... I said it like 5 times, because it's really, because it was like the end of the show, and I knew they would try to do this. I'm like, show, you didn't have a plot, you didn't have characters, you didn't do... You existed. And like, that's bad enough.
I don't know what's worse, the fact that we had all this bad shit originally, and there was no plot, but now they're trying to, like, tell serious stories. This is like...
Yeah.
Like a double F, like a super F. This was awful. Like, this is terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I'm like, show, don't pretend you are. You like, again, your name is Kiss Sis. You weren't... It's like, you just don't try to be more than that.
Be at the end. I did this for the Yellow Jackets video. We gotta do it for, like, what's your, who was the MVP of, Kiss Sis? I'm gonna say Kita's dad.
Oh, Kita's dad, 100%. Don't even gotta think about it.
So this is tough. Who's the LVP? I'm gonna say I'm gonna say, like, the creators and the animators.
Yeah, I was gonna say the fucking guy who wrote this for 17 years.
Just specifically
that. Remember, the animators, Owen. The animators are, like, they probably held their families hostage. Like, I will shoot your son in the face if you don't animate Kiss Sis. It's like, okay, animated, please. And then, like the writer, he chose to sit down every day for 17 years.
I wonder how he came up with this show.
I hope he doesn't have a sister. Is my first hope. I really, really hope he's an only child.
Yeah, me too. What about a brother? Can he have a brother?
No, he can't have parents. He needs to be grown out of the ground like a cabbage.
There you go. I'm allergic to Kiss Sis now.
There you go. Well, Owen, on that sobering note, we end the funeral of Kiss Sis season 1. Yep. Again, fucking 11 or 12 or however fucking many years in the making. Yeah, look forward to us doing Kiss Sis season 2 when we're like, in our 30s. Well,
I'm in my 30s already.
Yeah. So look forward to Kiss Sis tomorrow. No, we'll do it whenever we fucking feel like. There you go.
Probably AJ's birthday will be the next time we do it. So
I look forward to that. But I'm glad this shit show is done with for now, because we got some other shit shows to do. Look forward to Mr. Meaty. That's Owen's pick for a bad show. And it's Mr. Meaty.
Yeah, it's Mr.
Right?
Meaty because you didn't like that as a kid.
And then Riverdale is my pick for a shit show. And boys, oh boy, that's interesting. Oof. And also, we're gonna do an April Fool's video one where I rant about Riverdale plots, and you're gonna rant about Goosebumps plots because they're both equally fucking bonkers.
Yeah. I just think it's funny that I feel bad for you though because your bad so won't even go into effect until like after season 1. So
I know, yeah, you got to deal with Kisses. I mean, Kisses. Fuck, it's consuming my brain. It's you have to deal with Riverdale season 1 being like kind of a decent show for a little while, and then you get the insanity that is the fucking whatever the writers were smoking for that.
all right, I guess we're out of here. This is the end of an era. It's been real. Kiss this. You know, I don't know if it's been real, but it's been something. So, you know, I hardly knew you. I don't even. I hardly knew Kiss this. I don't even know if I know what Kiss this is. I don't know how to explain it to people. But
I don't know what life is anymore, Owen. I'm a different man after. Because Owen, remember, I never finished Kiss This. My fucking friend decided he hated me, I guess, so he had me watch Kiss This. And then I decided to continue the cycle of hatred and pass it on to you. And now you must continue the cycle. You must pass Kiss This on to somebody else.
Maybe our cousin Summer.
No, please, please don't. No.
Maybe I pass it on to someone that I don't know. I gotta pass it to somebody. So,
Yeah, hopefully nobody else related to us.
that's true. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. And
Don't you?
but yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. And we will talk to you later.